Hello. We have another game. This time against undead. This could be interesting. Let's see what we've got going on. So they've got 12 players. I don't know if I've ever even played as undead. Maybe once or twice, but I didn't really like them. Let's see. So we've got one guard on a mummy. So they can take two mummies, unlike Tomb Kings. We have 2 whites, 4 ghouls, and then the rest skeletons. So picking up that tackle could be very handy. How'd they done? A win in the draw. Pretty solid. They got a concede on their first one. That's pretty tasty. And then a 0-0. So hard to tell how they're doing from that. I think mummies come with Mighty Blow, so they're going to be a pain because they're strength 5. So they sort of outstrength us in a weird way. How much money are they going to get? Oh, so much. So they're 1130. I guess we are like, let's see, add 60 and 60, so you're looking at 1290, 30, with 1350. 1350 minus 220 would be, yeah, okay. Sometimes it just feels like we're giving so much money up here, especially for a team with loners. So I don't know how soon after the last video you're watching this, but I was trying to analyze our poor decision making. I'm wondering if I should have gone on attack last game, despite them having a wizard. So I probably need to be more aggressive. Maybe I need to take more chances. I mean, honestly, I get frightened unless there's like no jeopardy at all. I just get frightened of 1 dice. But we've been undone so many times, especially with this team, by just people going like, meh, I don't have blood, but let's throw 1 dice, and you know, making things happen. So maybe I'm just playing the odds too much and not taking enough chances. Sometimes that works, but I think we're playing some players. I think we've played some players that aren't like super experienced, and so you know, they're more willing to throw those things, and when they work, whew, they really work because you're not expecting them, because you've kind of set up for people trying to do 2 dice blocks and stuff like that. He really needs to pick something. I wonder if he's going to go for a wizard and a babe, maybe. He should be hearing the pulsing music telling him, you really need to pick something. Okay, yeah, so he went for the... What? Okay, this is a really new player. I saw they were level 3, so they're actually legit new, because I mean, you should buy a wizard. Or star player. There's another option. Maybe they're looking through all the stuff and they kind of panicked when they heard the music go. There is a lot of options. It's nice to play undead though. Like, you know, it's a bit of a change up from all the... I feel like we played a lot of chaos, a lot of orcs. I think, I mean, undead are kind of a... They're one of those interesting in-between teams. They're kind of a... can do a bit of everything teams. They chose to go on defense. They can do everything pretty well, and they're actually pretty solid as a bash team. They don't have access to claw like Necromantic, but they do get 4 ghouls, so their maneuverability is better. And mummies are a bit more reliable than Tomb Guardians. The nice thing about mummies, for big guys, and the same with Tomb Guardians if I remember, is they actually have no loner, so they reroll like they're a legit part of your team. It is very nice. Let's see. I think we're going to go after the initially... Let's see, 4, 5, 6. You know what? Maybe I will go after a... I was going to say I might take the Minotaur after... I mean, I might take a... Ooh, actually, we could potentially frenzy off her. No, I want to do a claw block against a claw blitz against this guy. Where's our new guy? Is he standing up front? Yeah. We'd like him to score if he's willing. Who else can I put on the front then? I guess we'll pop the Mino up front. Pop this guy here. Pop our loners out on the wings. Pop this guy as a bit of a sweeper. We do have a guard there now. So this team can get on top of you. If things go wrong at the back, they can get on top of you with the ghouls. So it's nice to kind of have a sweeper in place. Which is why I've got the tackle guy back there. Okay, good start as well. Just make sure I'm recording. Yes, I am. So, whoops. Let's see. Guess we should protect the ball a little bit first. After some recent events. Alright, that feels fairly solid. See if we can move up on this guy now. We can. Okay, he'll be back. Now, this being a new player, there is actually a risk if we do really well that they concede. This guy we're just going to keep where we're at because I don't want to go into this mummy. That is a little bit of a problem, but I think we can hopefully... Yeah, we can work it out by popping this guy. Actually, if this guy will go here, I'll do it with this guy. Perfect. So who was that? Him? So that's another couple XP there, which is nice. I think I'm going to bring the guard warrior over here to be a pain. We're going to go for this blitz first because this is this could be very helpful if it goes well. I think we're going to re-roll that. Oh, why? Okay, at least we got the ball like really secure. We got like 2 lines in front of it, so I did think about not re-rolling that, but I just had that horrible feeling of like, but if we don't, we're going to be the one that dies and their guy's going to be just fine. Anyway. I'm not too sad about that start. I mean, I'm a bit sad, but we had a spare reroll, so the greed reroll was the semi-greed reroll. It wasn't a full greed reroll because we did kind of want to have a chance of picking up the ball. And the reason I've 2-lined this is that if I do bobble it, like I'm going to when I try and pick it up, it shouldn't bobble like, you know, because it can easily like bobble to this guy who drops and it goes here, whereas with a second line that's still safe, so, you know. Just for explanation. So this guy can now block here, but he's looking at 1 dies. Okay. That is fair enough. That will get me 2 dice on this guy too, so that's pretty solid. See how Mighty Blow is going to work for him today. So yeah, having the guard guy here would have been more solid for us in the sense that they would guard each other. Come on, Ox. Oh, they're doing the pause of doom. Works every time. The mummies just look... I really do like the mummies with their little scarabs floating around their heads. Or the middles. Very cool. I can't remember if the Tomb Guardians have that or not. Okay, they're actually playing pretty solid here. So I don't know what the money thing was about. Because this is pretty sensible. I mean, it's... You know, if we can get our monitor up and running, we can maybe start removing some guys, but it's going to be a couple turns before we do that. At least. Okay, so how should we go about this? I can't get guard over there now. Let's pop him there for the moment. I think I have to pop this guy. So I think I'm going to do this. And this. And I should do the splits first. Alrighty. I'm going to have to follow up on that, I think. I think I'm also going to have to take this hit. So now we don't have quite as safe a ball set up. Knocking this guy over would be a big help. That is just fine. Let's grab this ball, no problem at all. Alrighty. Off to our usual rocky start. So that was a double both down and double skull on the first turn, and a double one on the second turn. So 2 of our rerolls are gone on the first 2 turns. But I don't think we're in a terrible situation. They can definitely get some impact in the back line here. They could potentially knock this guy down, and then they've got like a route through to the ball. But we do, yeah, they could mess us up a bit here if they play their cards right. I don't know though, it looks like they're having some indecision. These guys are still being useful for us. Guess I could just try and avoid the Mighty Blow, although the Minotaur's going to have to get up this turn. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like they're coming through on the ball unless they're going to do some daring raid around here, but that's not... He's too far away. Okay, looks like they're going to block this guy down. Maybe blitz him even. Who can say? Effective. But this guy still is in their way, which is nice. And he's in their way from coming around either way, so they're not coming through onto the ball. Looks like they're just playing it safe still, which is sensible. I mean, I guess if they had a ghoul free, they could have... Like, if you go into... If you come from this direction, say this guy's not here, I think they just moved him, maybe. But let's say this ghoul was going to come through from where he's at right now. He could go 1, 2, 3, and then he's dodging out of a yellow zone rather than dodging out of a red zone. So yeah, I knew he could get onto the ball, but he can't move the ball, so we can just hit him again. We are going to stand some dudes up there. Stand up. Oh, it's nice when they listen to you. You are a Chaos Warrior. You're going to come here, I think. You could go somewhere. I could move you around there, but I feel like we need to secure this ball. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do it this way. That gets the second guy on the ball. Hooray! Just follow that up, so we got some tackle on him. I want to do this block first, because that lets this guy actually move. And I can move in here, which means our guard guys are kind of working with each other, which I like. I think you move here for now, and you pick up the ball. Very nice. Okay, so for now we're just going to secure it so that we can feel a bit more secure in our blocking. Okay, so now we could do this. Oh, it's 2 dice because of guard, that's right. So I think we're actually going to just dodge away here. Okay, I don't know why, but these last few games with us playing Chaos and us playing as Chaos, it felt like even we have dodged mostly pretty well, considering we've got Agility 3. Having played the Dark Elves and how often they manage to mess up their dodges, it's weird. But yeah, we'll see if they kind of push on here. We've got a couple of blockers close by. This is a nice situation because we've got guards. So this is a 1 dice because we've got some standing up there. If you moved somebody in here, this would be a 2 dice. But these are all 2 dice against as well. So we've got guard doing some work at last. Okay, that works nicely because he's got guard, so that actually means our guy will still have guard. It'll mean that this guy can definitely block this way. I think he could maybe block this way as well. No, because this guy has... That's right. So he has a block here. Just got to add up the numbers, really. Okay, the pause did not work for him. This is excellent. The pause of doom. So if they don't pressure us too hard here, we're going to try and move out this way. The Minotaur might be able to actually block somebody this turn, which would be really nice. Although they haven't blitzed yet, so who knows. Okay, standing us up, I was a bit worried about. Or are they coming in for... Okay, coming in for the 1 dicer. See, I just need to start 1 dice blitzing. It's just the way to go. You put him by here. Makes it a pain for him to stand up. Just follow in. Break armor. So he can get 2 people on the ball here if he wants. Could bring this guy in as well. Could even bring him in here. We're going to have to look at chain pushes if he puts the second guy on the ball. If these guys were the other way around, I'd consider a handoff, much as I don't want to do it. Okay, so if I were able to blitz from this side, I could do a chain push, but I don't think I can. I imagine he's going to dodge here. Tackle doing its job. That's very nice. He let it go. Let's see. Yeah, he's blocked that off nicely. If I put somebody in here, then I can do it. So this is the plan. We pop this guy in here. We blitz from this direction, and that lets us push this guy off. I hope that kind of makes sense from that very brief description. But yeah, because you're pushing into 3 occupied spaces, you can basically, well, if we get some kind of push result. If we don't, we're in a bit of trouble. We did, that's perfect. I actually might just move this guy. Yeah, let's move this guy because we want to get him out here anyway and over here. We're going to follow that. Now, ghouls don't have regeneration, so when they get kaputted, they stay kaputted. Just for reference. Okay, we're going to try and build a mini, not very safe cage over here, but it does start us moving up the field, which we desperately need to do. Now, we should still have a 2 dice block here. That's a 1 dice. 2 dice. Oh, I got a 2 dice on the mummy. I think we take that with block. Yes, very nice. Guard doing some work there. Stun is even better. Could take the risk of moving this guy over. Let's see if we knock this over. We do. He's got wrestle on this guy, that's quite nice. Oh, it's a 2 dice already. Okay. Ox, this is your time to shine. Very shiny. Yeah, let's just get rid of him. Okay. That turn went really solidly, I'm gonna be honest. Now, he could theoretically move this guy down here and surf him, if that's the mood he's in. But if he does that, he's obviously not messing with our cage. That's our most solid turn yet. And we still have 2 rerolls, which is nice. Our guard's beginning to do its work now. The stun on the mummy makes their situation here a lot less useful as well. I think I'd be tempted to bring this guy around and blitz the mummy up. Although blitzing with the mummy is a GFI. So, because he has 3 movements just to get up. 3 movements? 3 movement. Okay, so he's just screening us off for the moment. Oh, see, this, like, if they had picked the wizard, this would be a scary situation, because he could have fireballed this at the beginning of the turn and see what happens, because I think he's in a, like, he had ghouls around, like, I think he had 3 ghouls hovering, so that makes that very, very juicy. If he manages to bobble the ball loose, or even knock down a couple of guys, you got potential, grab the ball and have some guys around to help out with the retrieval. Yeah, another guard or 2, and we will have a really annoying situation to try and take on. Yeah, when you get into the big scrums, because everybody kind of assists themselves. Okay, he's doing a GFI blitz. 1 dice though. It's risky. That's slightly unlucky, but we know that lack of luck. We've been there. Okay, I think I feel enough confidence to stand this guy up because we hope for a knockdown here. It's otherwise it would be a bit scary. Let's see. So we'd like to take this guy down. I think I have to do it with block, because if I do it with this guy, obviously, theoretically he wants to wrestle, but if he doesn't wrestle, he ends our turn with a back corner of the cage open. So I think I have to go the safe route. Unfortunately, that means this guy's just trying to stand up. Nope. Let's just move this guy back and out of the way. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to move this guy around into a more annoying position. So we've got a pretty mobile cage, which is nice. No Chaos Warriors in it. One Chaos Warrior in it, never mind. Do we want to run it as a cage now? I don't think we have to. Yeah, maybe we still do. Maybe not. No, let's try this. Might be able to leave this Chaos Warrior over here to help out. Gonna run it as an open cage. Because I can insert this guy here. That is useful because that lets us follow up and get an assist on the next block. That's also nice because we should be able to free somebody up next turn. Perhaps. We are going to follow that because we don't want that guy staying there. So yeah, this is the dream that we've not been having recently. And that dream is scoring touchdowns. We got some close to leveling up guys as well. I think this guy just leveled. It'd be nice to score with the Chaos Warrior. I don't think the others are super close. They're sort of getting close, but they're not there yet. That's interesting. Was that a GF? Yeah, it was a GFI blitz again, getting up. Yeah, that keeping the mummies out of action has been really helpful. Okay, this is brave. I mean, a little bit brave. I don't know if that's necessarily worth it or not. Looks like this guy's in a not great situation for dodging. I guess he'd just go this way. Okay, if he follows up here, that kind of locks this guy back here still, which isn't ideal because this is our tackle guy. Okay, he didn't. That is nice. That means we can start bringing up in case we have any late shenanigans, because he's not going to stand this guy up. He's gonna dodge away. Looks like they're just trying to reform ranks, try and get some more bodies back here, but they're a little out of position. Like if this guy doesn't get marked up, he continues to kind of, we kind of have got on the wrong side of them. And Mummy's downside is with movement 3, they're very slow. So if you can get away from them, they're not good at adjusting. Okay, that's fine. Because again, they're kind of on the wrong side of the field here. That worked out pretty well for him. I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, you just want him up here to help defend in a minute. One, two, three. I guess we'll just go here. I'm going to mark this guy up because he's actually kind of useful. Now let's see. Can do this. And we can, we'll do that in a moment. Let's see if he wants to get up. He does. So actually that frees this guy up, because we have the guard from him for this block now. Which means we can go stand next to these guys. I'm going to blitz with this guy, try and get our heavy hitter going. You've got to stop rolling these dice. Okay, you can roll that dice though. I'm actually just going to stay where I am. Alright, good clawing, good clawing. Let's see, armor value 7, so we used the claw there. And I guess the mighty blow on that probably. So he can now help keep our cage intact. What sort of a cage it is anyway. And then the only thing left is this. Very nice. I think we're going to put him here because then we have our two guards next to each other on these guys. Which is handy. Keeps them honest. So we've got 2 turns to score. So next turn we have to try and get this as secure as possible. This guy being down is good. The ghouls are kind of out of position. But we really need to be like jammed up near the sideline hopefully. Can probably bring this guy up to sit on here, which will help. Okay, this is kind of what I was hoping. I was hoping they would commit to knocking over a Chaos Warrior. Maybe they're gonna hit here and blitz here. That means they've given up on the half, which is good. Though if they remove a couple players, obviously that's not as good. You probably want to move now. So he could have done that and then used this guy as the third assist here, which would have freed one of these guys up. Alright, so Elk is out for now. We're in a pretty good situation, so we're not going to mess with that. And we hope we get 2 chances to bring him back in. Dodge failing. Okay, so that really helps us get pretty secure. He didn't pick up his mummies, so I think we just blitz this, because there's not really anybody else to blitz. So you go here. 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 You can go here. You can hopefully go into the sideline. I'm going to leave this guy here because of that, so that if they decide to, they may just, you know, if I move this guy up, they probably blitz this guy and they have enough guys here to maybe murder him with a foul, whereas this guy provides a potential assist blocker. They could still technically, like, they could pick this guy up and then blitz this guy. But again, it's going to be a bit awkward. They'd have to move them out here. Some of these guys are a bit slow, so it's going to be difficult to get a good blitz. Now, do they have any... Okay, so that's the other nice thing about undead. So, necromantic only gets zombies. Undead have the option of skeletons who move a bit faster, which is cool. Their armor is less, that's their downside. But they also have thick skulls, so they don't get KO'd quite as easily. I think most people still feel like zombies are the better of the two, but I do quite like skeletons as an option. It's kind of fun to have at least one or two. They didn't... Okay, they want to go for this guy, but I don't think they needed all of this here. You definitely didn't need to GFI this guy over for the assist. A stun is good. If they pick somebody up, I might do a... like if they picked one of these guys up, I'd be tempted for a 3 dice before we score. But I think only a 3 dice, I'm not going to mess with 2 dice. They did on... Let's see, 4, 5, 6... I do have a guard there. I think I can get a... Yeah, I can definitely get... Right. I think this is a 3 dice already. No, it's just 2. Oh, he's on the ground. He's not doing anything. Yeah, no, I can't get more than a 2 dice, and I'm after some of our earlier results. Let's just put the ball in. That would be the time. Double skulls, I mean quadruple skulls do happen. And they are not good. We did a lot of work there. Okay, so he failed to come back on the first time. Our woodland creatures like to hibernate as much as they can. So I think if I was him, I'd even fell one of these guys after hitting them, so I'm putting up my weakest group. I don't like this spread. I like to at least have a little bit of... Yeah, I feel better about that. Just in case of a riot, it's good to have a good spread in case they do come down the field. So our tackle guy was pretty key there. I think he's going to be even more key in the second half. He's going to have to be our sweeper because they may try and either score quickly or like push around with a bunch of ghouls. We need to be able to knock those guys over. That's just a turn too early. Yeah. Okay. Any pushes are useful here. So he could get a 3 dice on our beastman here if he just moves somebody across. Of course, the equation for that is you just have to have more than twice the strength of whoever you're blocking to get 3 dice. And the inverse is the same. If you have less than half the strength of whatever you're blocking, you are 3 dice against. Throwing in a GFA to get a vanity pass. Yeah, they kind of know the score. I mean, they haven't played without some nuance, but yeah, it's interesting. They actually, when they... I knew he was going to take a longer nap. When they came out with the game originally... let me set up before I say that, because they've got to set up first. So, That warriors in. Ooh, I think I'm going to do an elf setup here. I don't want to present any of these juicy targets to them. So yeah, when they first brought undead into the game, because I can't remember if they were one of the first races, like one of the first 8 races or not. I feel like they were. But they may have brought them out a little after the game started. Either way, when they did, they were so slow that it was driving people crazy. Like, when they would walk across the field, it would take forever. So they actually ended up speeding up their animations. Which is a relief, because it was kind of painful. And also, there's a setting. I'll turn it on. If I can. Cutscenes. All. There's a setting where even when you run a few squares, you get a cutscene. Okay, so it looks like he's overloading this flank. Yeah. Only 1 ghoul here so far. See if he's trying to score real fast or if he's just going to go for a slow push. Okay, this is interesting. I don't think we've had a rainy match yet. The weather has been very sunny. It's been very summer-like, but I guess this is a summer storm. So this is bad for pickups, catches, and intercepts. So now we all go down to horrible agility. So it's now 4+ to pick up the ball for everybody. Now we are going to get... it's going to be more scary on blocks, because every block is going to have a animation. Which is kind of cool, but most people turn it to just the armor breaks, because after a while you're like, okay, never mind. That's an unfortunate perspective. Who's he blitzing? This guy, probably. Okay, no dice for that. That's good. We could do with removing a player or two just to even up numbers. But we'll see how it goes. He could fall back, yeah. Yeah, this is some, like, fairly sensible play on the whole. So I feel like this is somebody that's kind of... if they haven't... Level 3 is really not many games. So either they've maybe played Blood Bowl 1, they play, you know, like like locally occasionally or whatnot, or they watch some other YouTube Blood Bowl players to get some ideas, but they just haven't played enough to implement it yet. Because I still feel like they're relatively new to the game. But they're obviously not like brand new to the game. Because you can tell when you play somebody brand new to the game, because they play some real bad stuff. Like they're constantly just making 1 die blocks against. They're not making 1 dice blocks because it's kind of a gamble. They're just making 1 dice blocks at every single block, even on the line, even when they have somebody next to it that could run over there and help. Okay, that's a pity. The rain has not given them a problem. We obviously knocked this guy down just to take away their current threat. Whoa, that was an accident. No, you're not doing... Okay, he's trying to select this guy. Okay, that's interesting. Just, I guess it makes sense though. Kind of keeps his line intact a bit more. Okay, so you are going to get up. You're only in contact with one of these guys. You are also going to get up, make blocking here a bit awkward. I think you're going to get up. We're going to pop the Minotaur in the middle if he'll go. I think we bring the blockhouse right here just to be a pain to stop them going down this flank. Bring this guy out here. We'll bring this guy in here, because he's going to be annoying to try and knock over. Let's see. I want to keep you close by in case we can dive in on them. So we'll keep you as a sweeper. I think I am going to pop this guy down here. Oh, that scared me. I forgot that was a thing. And let's see. Yeah, we'll just do this. I don't know how desperate he's going to be to try and score, but it's not going to be easy, obviously, because of the rain. Okay, that's perfect. That's double perfect. So no Apo options for these guys. And then I can just move them back inside a bit in case they decide to switch. Okay, perfect first turn. But yeah, it's really... the running animation, it's kind of fun. But, of course, I thought I was going to, like... I thought I was in a tackle zone or something there for a second. And every time you get blocked, you're like, oh! And then you're like, oh yeah, I'm good. Some people play with them never on, which seems sad to me. He's got to reroll that. We're too much in his face. I'm a little surprised that he didn't bring this mummy in and then block the Minotaur. Oh, I guess he may... maybe he's going to blitz the Minotaur. So the main thing we're going to try and do is just keep him in this area. Like every time they send somebody like into a danger position, we're going to try and nail them. We're not really close enough to do it right now with this guy. Oh, it looks like they're just adjusting backwards. That's good. That means we can head into the middle and give ourselves pretty good coverage. Okay, yeah, they're doing what we thought they might do. Keeping the mummies together is quite nice as well, because again, it's like our guard guy and our Minotaur sticking together as well. It's like just a strong unit. Okay, that's nice. This guy's here because this just wrecks. Like, this is the one I have to bring somebody else in here. So he's committing players into areas where he doesn't necessarily want to just make a big line across here, but he's kind of forced to. If they don't give us ghouls to tackle, we will probably try and use our claw mighty blow. So they could move this guy here if they want to one dice this. If they don't, we have a block here and we have a block here. I mean, I could blitz into the cage with the warrior. I don't know if it's worth it. How many ghouls do they have on the field? Did they left a ghoul off? I'm surprised. I would have left the ghoul off on defense and had him on for attack. Because the problem that you get into now is that suddenly you only have 2 ghouls. Obviously. If one of them goes down. You're going to get back up for another hit. You are going to get into a good sweeper position. I think we're going to pop this guy. No, I think we have to use him as a second sweeper. So we just adjust him across as needed. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This guy is coming back into the middle. Oh, no, he's gonna... Yeah, he's coming back into the middle. Now who are we hitting? This guy, I think. If the miner will get up, we're going to pop him over here. He's being a lot better today. Or when I say today, I mean right now, really. We're going after the white because the whites are so useful to him. And then we're staying because we don't want to get hit by a mummy. No armor break there. Oh, I didn't bring anybody around to make that a 2 dice. Whoops. Still, we can... Yeah, let's keep him kind of penned in here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So they could potentially push through here, but the mummies are kind of tied up. They're keeping their mobile assets mobile, which is sensible. Just kind of standing us up with zombies, who are holding up pretty well so far. Let's see, they got 1 skeleton. 2 skeletons. Okay. The rest zombies. Yeah, I like the team setup. I like having the ghouls as well, although weirdly on Necromantic I sometimes just run the 1 ghoul even though you can have 2. Yeah, this guy's going to keep taking blocks unfortunately. Till he finally gives up the ghost. I do like playing in the rain. I quite often have rain ambience on whenever I'm doing anything, for which it's reasonable. If I'm doing any kind of creative stuff or whatever, it's just such a good sound. So getting it for free in my Blood Bowl game is nice. Okay, he actually got a stun that time. So that gives them... It doesn't really give them an opening. But it may do next turn because that's two players down. I guess we should stop feeding people to these guys, but it's kind of tricky because we also want to keep them pinned in place. So this whole side is awkward because of this guard here. Like this is all... Even this is a 1 dice because of the guard. You'd have to get somebody all the way around the outside to make it 2 dice. Which is quite nice. So it looks like they're pushing down this way instead. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. But it looks cool anyway. So he goes... Now if he sits in here, where's he going to go in? Okay, that doesn't change anything. Still a 1 dice. Still 2 dice against on the other guys. So I hope that this guy moves over here, because I want to blitz him with... Okay, he didn't move over here at least. Are you going to take on the 1 dice? I think you are, aren't you? Could do with a skull here. Yeah, that's probably the more sensible option. Now he gets the 1 dice against this guy. Oh, a stun as well. Okay, a push is alright. Especially seeing as he pushed him there, because we can now, like, block him back and get back in position. Oh no. Or we could just walk into position. Or maybe we even switch it up, because they are kind of pushing down this wing a bit. Let's see. Yeah, I think I have to do this. 3 guys stunned is actually pretty bad. I think we do try and hit this guy. Oh, we get 2 animations potentially here. Then of course we stay, because that gives us an assist over there. Oh, rats. Now their guard is working nicely there. You know, I'm going to be tempted to do a 1 dice here. Now, I could follow up on that, but we're just going to get blocked off, so I think I'm going to stay where I am. Okay, an armor break is nice. I should do a 1 dice with this guy first, if we're going to do one. Okay, 1 dice's work. Give him that drop kick. Very nice. And then we'll do this one here. Okay, so that's actually helped a bit. Taking those 1 dice risks has helped, because he can start to switch this way now and it gets him away from our tackle. But obviously the mummies don't move very far. We'll have some guys coming back. This guy can switch across. We got this guy waiting in reserve. And we knocked over this guy. And moved this guy away, so he can't block us down well, he can block this guy down. He can block us down relatively easily. But that just keeps these 2 good players locked in place at least. We'll see. He's playing a pretty savvy game right now. Oh, interesting. Is he switching? Or not switching, I suppose. Okay, that has to be re-rolled. Worked out the second time. Don't be stunned. Good chat. Okay, yeah, this is pretty solid. Removes that tackle guy as well, and I kind of committed this guy too far over this way. Ah, that's pity. Nope. That was a horrible misplay. What was he gonna do? I think he was gonna make a run for it, which may not have worked out anyway. Okay, I think we get our guard up here. And if we put a guard in here as well, we kind of re-establish this area a little bit. That is good. Gonna follow up on that. Claw this guy. Excellent. Oh, he regened. Oh, he regened because we're getting... that's right. Now, which way do I want to move him? I actually think I still want to move him backwards. Because he's got a lot of guys over here. We're going to reroll into double skulls. Yeah. I should have picked this guy up first. I was going to move him in depending on what happened, but... Oh. I mean, it's not too bad. But this guy is now somewhat, you know, available. We shored up this a little bit at least, so he can probably block us around a bit, but it's not as horrific as it was. This guy could punch here. Yeah, they can't really move a lot of people here. A push is excellent. Their mummy being out of commission is good. So yeah, that was a rough misplay for them. But I think had they not have misplayed, I think we could have got somebody back probably to get a decent block in anyway. That was brave and it worked. So now he's through. And he's going to make a run for it. Probably pretty much solo. And he's probably just going to run as far as he can. Maybe this way? Don't know really. No, he's going this way. He's getting away from this guy. Huh. Well. This guy's still in range. It's going to depend if this guy does a one dicer here. Or, yeah, well, of course, if he does that, he's okay. So now it doesn't anymore. But even if he does another GFI, this guy doesn't have to GFI to get him. He does have to dodge, though, which is bad. But I think I'll bring this guy back as cover. So there you have it. The reason that was brave, it's a one dice. You have wrestle, so even if you decide to wrestle it, you obviously are dropping the ball right in the middle of everything. So yeah, very, very brave play there. We could get out with a tackle. I actually quite like that. It's going to depend on if we can knock this guy over. Well, it doesn't really, actually. And we can actually hit him again, come to think of it. It's a bit more of a risky one because it's a... I think I have to bring this guy back to be a like, hey, if we mess this up, at least you can't sort of just have your pick of what you do. So yeah, I think I'm going to do this and take the GFI one, maybe with, yeah. So we just pop him over there. So now we don't have to do the dodge, we just have to do 2 GFIs. Excellent. Some kind of stun here would be perfect. And the ball stayed in, which I think overall is good. We're going to leave this guy here because he makes things awkward for this guy. We are going to take this one on. That is fine. Yeah, let's follow it so he can't provide an assist for this guy. We're not going to take this one because we kind of want to keep this guy here. Alright, I think we made probably overall the right decisions there. So he's got a ghoul that can get through. He could potentially like... Let's see if he hits this guy. No, because this guy doesn't have guard. But he could then move the. He could then blitz with this guy onto here. So yeah, I think you. Okay. What is the plan here? Was he gonna... Maybe he was gonna dodge this guy out to blitz? But now that's much more awkward. Which is why I think he was considering re-rolling that. And when I say much more awkward, I mean really, really just not great. Don't really need all these skills. Sorry, I should have taken off earlier. I'm kind of saying sorry to myself there. It was useful for people that hadn't really seen Undead before to be able to see that, but... Okay, yeah, I can see what you're doing here. Are you going to try and grab it? Okay, no. That's fine, we don't necessarily care about picking up the ball. Oh, risky. If you stay here, you are in a bit of trouble. Okay. Very brave. Okay, we'll see. It'd be interesting to see if he does any of these one dice blocks. He may. Yeah, I think he's got more to gain by doing these in a way than we do to gain by doing them, so... This one you're not going to do though, probably. Oh, maybe. It's against block though. Alright, so you should stand up, just in case things go wrong. You should stand up. Oh, you did. Popping this guy here because he helps twice. I think I have to do this, unfortunately. In case we do our classic pushes into dub skulls. Oh, that is so nice. I don't want to pick this up. So I'm not going to. I'm going to stand here. Okay. Okay. Oh, I don't even have a... Huh. Okay, we are going to do this now. And we've got 3 turns, so we're going to re-roll. Bit disappointing. But, you know, that's what you get for greed re-rolling. But I probably shouldn't have done the block there. And the reason I say that is because we have 2 turns. We don't want to be... You know, if they pull some shenanigans off, which they really don't look in a position to do that, but let's say they do, we probably should have a reroll for each time that we need to try and knock the ball away. We've got tackle on the ball, and I made sure that I put somebody at least touching this guy, so that if they kind of dodged out and tried to get it to him, it's like, it's way more awkward. Okay, that's... Oh, he pushed him into that guy, that's sensible. Is that our guard? No, our guard's down here. I'm going to turn the settings back, because although it's fun to watch all the animations, it's freaking me out. Oh, there goes... They don't... Do they not have any rerolls? They do not have any rerolls. Alrighty. Okay, so they have one turn. This guy can technically score. Let's put somebody on him. We're not going to try and score anymore. Could this guy score? Nope. You know, I think this is actually a good place to be. If we can move one of these guys... then, you know what? I'm just going to pop this guy on here. No good. We'll just follow. Let's see. What are you? Oh, you're that guy. Okay. Let's try and get you over here. I am going to reroll that. We don't really need our last turn for actually doing anything, I realized. Not a lot of killing from our side. I think we did have a couple, but they turned... yeah, not even a stun there. Do we put him here? Yeah, I think we do, because we want to make this guy have problems whatever he does. Okay, so it's theoretically still possible. Probably should have put one more person on the ball, come to think of it. Yeah, should have just gone for it. I mean, I see why you're doing that. You're thinking, well, this is more likely, but... no, it's just not going to happen at all. Let's see... take this 3 dice. Okay, who's going to make a throw? You are going to try and make a throw. I shouldn't have used my reroll, probably. I think I go for the throw over the... I want to make a blitz. Oh, but the blitz could level this guy up. So I think we do the blitz first. I think this is a 3 dice as well, so this is far more likely to work. And it's against the skeleton, so... oh. Okay, now for the throw of all throws. That's just as I weren't relying on anything there. Yeah, the rain kind of was an interesting factor there. That's our first win in a while, isn't it? We're not gonna re-roll. I will be honest, our journeymen have been doing a good job recently of not stealing our MVPs. Okay, Skunk got another MVP, which is fair. He tackled a lot of guys. Basically kept us in the game. Yeah, we got a little bit of SPP. Got a couple injuries that turned out not to be injuries, but at least you still get the SPP for them. Does that mean nobody leveled up? That's a bit sad, isn't it? Yeah, nobody leveled up. But we will now have our 10th player. We're heading towards our team value, actually reflecting what we have on the team, so that's nice. Hey! One day we may be back to a positive record, but who knows? Okay, thanks for watching. That was an interesting one. It was more tense than I would have liked there, but I felt, apart from that one moment where they managed to blitz the Minotaur down and run through and get all the way down there, I felt mostly okay about that. I maybe shouldn't have committed. I think I could have defended that slightly better by not committing my tackle guy up to tackle. I should have just held him back as a sweeper and maybe taken the block guy up there to make that blitz, so that I had the more reliable guy hanging around the back. Because then I felt very vulnerable when the tackle guy was kind of face down, and they were able to move through. So I suppose that was the big mistake I'd point out on my part. Obviously they had the really unfortunate falling over incident, but it kind of in a weird way worked for them, because then we dub-skulled on an important block and they were able to come on through. So yeah, but overall not too bad. Once again, I will see you for the next video. Bye for now.